Hey guys, y'all ready to work out?
Bo's like, I'm out of here. Nerd alert.
Come back here. Like my outfit?
He's embarrassed.
So, what we're gonna do today is not have these clothes put on like this. We're gonna break down a feel-good total body circuit. So this is a warm-up that we did this morning in the Zoom virtual group training. We're gonna hit 3 exercises, okay? So we went through it twice. I would suggest going through this maybe 2 to 4 times. You could do it as a warm-up. You could do it as a little mini workout. You could do it whenever you just need a little run through it one time just to feel better. I'm gonna demonstrate some of the exercises that use weight. I'm gonna use a kettlebell as well as a dumbbell just to show some options. So, first exercise that we're going to do is a dead bug, okay? I've talked about this exercise in previous videos. I haven't done a video in I think over a week. Got kind of tired of them. No offense, but I got burned out. It's okay, I'm back. Roll with life, you know. So what we're going to do is a dead bug. So what I did with the exercise this morning is we did it as a slower tempo. So all that means is that we just used a kind of tempo prescription or a time prescription for each rep. So what we did was we took 3 seconds to lower the leg and then 3 seconds to bring the leg back. So oftentimes when people go too fast through reps of an exercise, you won't stay engaged. You'll kind of use momentum to get the job done. You're not really like getting the most out of it. So when you slow things down and you kind of focus on the tempo, it really helps you get more out of the exercise. That was redundant, but you know what I'm saying. So we did the dead bug with an iso hold, okay? So if you've got a kettlebell, the weight doesn't really matter, just it needs to be a weight that's comfortable to hold over your lower chest. The heavier the weight, it's not like it's gonna make the exercise harder or anything like that. So you want enough weight where it's helping you engage and brace here. Okay, so if you have a kettlebell, you're gonna hold it by the horns kind of like this, okay? You're gonna press it out over your lower chest. Starting position is gonna be knees stacked over hips. Ankles are dorsiflexed, so that just means the opposite of pointing, okay? And so what we're gonna do, just basic progression, is heel taps. So we did 3 seconds down, 3 seconds to come back up. Okay? So you would alternate. Doing the heel tap. That's the first level. Second option would be what I call an angled march, which would be to straighten the leg out kind of at an angle to the floor and come back. And then the third option would be bring it towards the floor more. Okay, so y'all can see how on any of those options, the goal is to keep the low back from arching up off the floor. Keep this braced. You don't want to be pooching out through the stomach. And then also, too, important to note that the leg that's moving, the other leg needs to stay in place. You don't want to press this moving leg out and then pull this one towards you like that. We don't want to do that. So you can hold anything that has some weight to it above your chest. If you got a dumbbell, you can hold the ends of the dumbbell. Okay. If you've got 2 dumbbells, you can press them out and hold them over the chest. Running joke is dog, small child, you know, whatever. So that's the first exercise. We did 4. So everything that y'all are doing on this circuit is 4 to 6 reps. So on the dead bug, it would be 4 to 6 reps per side. Okay. So moving on. Next thing is going to be a tall kneeling halo. So.
Oh yeah, I like these.
Yeah. And I'll show them around the world with the sandbag as well. Ooh, you got the sandbag all sweaty.
I know.
Woo!
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I saw that. So, okay, tall kneeling is this position here. So, both knees are on the floor. You plant your toes, okay? I call this a kneeling plank. So as you do anything in this position, you don't want to do any funky movement here. This is locked in. You got rib cage stacked over pelvis. Pelvis is neutral, so I've got my pelvis kind of tucked under. Okay, so this is a nice solid position. So traditional way to do a halo would be with a kettlebell. So I'm going to show you that. I'll show a dumbbell, which is not my preferred way of doing it. preferred way would actually be what's called around the world with the sandbag, which I'll show real fast too. So if you got a kettlebell, you're going to hold it by the horns this way. So the way that I like to think of this exercise is that it's like your head is the sun and the kettlebell is orbiting around the sun. So what you want to try to do is keep it close to you the whole time. So we're bringing it around and coming back, and we're going to alternate. So we're orbiting. So we did 4 to 6 each way. So as I do this, I'm not like losing my plank, right? Like I'm keeping everything tight and braced. So those are a really good way to open up the T-spine and shoulders. Dead bug is core, okay? Super important, of course, but we're in this kneeling plank to do the halos, so we've got some core and glutes going on in this position just by itself. That's awesome. Then we add the halo, so it kind of kicks it up a notch. The halo opens up the chest, T-spine and shoulders, so that's great. So if you got a dumbbell, you could perform a similar motion, okay? Just coming around. I like to bring it back to the start here. Kind of keep you from starting from a shrugged up position. Keep your shoulders down.
Yeah, it's like reset.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So that's the way to do it with a dumbbell, and then just because I love them so much, we can go with what's called an around the world with the sandbag, which really is my preferred way of doing this motion because the handles are wider. You can keep your shoulders open. This is the core ultimate sandbag core package. So this is the sandbag that you would use to do a lot of these mobility drills and core stuff. So only have 10 pounds in here. You don't need a lot of weight. So tall kneeling, halos, or around the world, 4 to 6 times per side. Third thing is going to be inchworms, I believe. Yeah, inchworms. So the inchworm is a great exercise. You can do it anywhere.
They've grown on me.
You like them?
I wouldn't go that far.
I like inchworms for a lot of reasons. It's a body weight exercise, so there's that. Secondly, it's a very good way to address any tension that's on what's called the posterior chain, or the back side, essentially, of the body. So we're talking like plantar fascia, calves, hammies, glutes, low back, all the way up. So we get some really good lengthening of all of that tight tissue back there. And then in addition, it's also kind of a low-level core stability and scapular kind of stability, as well as shoulder, opening up the shoulder. So,
Oh, Matthew said hi.
what's up, Matthew? So, we can do an inchworm several ways. If you don't have a lot of space to travel across the ground, you can do what I call an inchworm walkout, which is essentially starting from standing. You're going to fold over. So I can go all the way down where my hands are on the floor. You'll notice my low back is rounded. That's okay. We're not performing lumbar flexion under load. So rounding your low back and body weight is just a-okay fine. You don't want to do it if you've got weight on your back though. So if you need to unlock your knees here, you can. Okay, if you need to get down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk the hands out. Okay, to a high plank position here. So in this position, I'm gripping the floor and I'm pushing the ground away. If you're really hardcore, you can extend the arms out. Jackie, or I guess it would, Bruce Lee, more in front of the body that way, okay? So that's a way to make it harder, is to bring the arms out further. However you do it, what we're going to do now is we're going to just walk the hands back and stand it up. Okay, so that's an inchworm walkout. If you want to do a traditional inchworm, we'll essentially travel across the floor. So you'll walk yourself out with the hands, and like I said, you can go out further like this. Then you're not going to bend your knees. We're going to walk the feet, little ankle steps, towards the hands, and then walk the hands. Hopefully this mat doesn't slip. So you would just travel across the ground that way. Ooh.
Yeah.
Got a little dizzy.
Doing the worm.
Yeah, inchworms are great. Lots of good benefits from doing them. So we did those for 4 to 6 reps. The fourth and final exercise is going to be in what we call a 90-90 position. So I've shown this a few times in various videos as well. So we're going to set up where essentially everything's kind of at a 90-degree angle. Ankles are at 90, knees are at 90, hips are kind of at 90. So what we did was we're going to bring the torso over this externally rotated. So the leg that's flopped outward, that's external rotation of that hip. we're going to bring the torso over that thigh. Essentially what we did this morning was we pushed into the ground with this entire leg for 5 seconds. As you exhale, then you'll come up and kind of rest and then repeat. So we did 4 to 6 reps per side on that. So you can place this hand on your foot, or if you'd rather go in front. But what we're going to do is just stay tall, going around. Okay, stay tall. You're going to bring yourself over this thigh, and then once you kind of reach a point where you're feeling a little bit of a stretch on this left hip, along the side of this thigh, you're going to push and just create tension. 5 seconds, and then relax it, and then repeat that. So
Yeah, those felt good.
I'm really trying to push down. It should feel like this foot's going to come up off the floor. We're really pushing through here. So 4 to 6 of those, and then switch over and do it on the other side. So just to recap, I would suggest 1 to 2 rounds of that as a just anytime kind of feel good. If you're doing it more for a warm-up purpose, I would say 2 to 3 rounds. You could, 2 to 3 rounds of it is just kind of like a little mini workout. It is kind of a little mini circuit in the first place, but we used it as a warm-up this morning. So yeah, so opening up the hips, T-spine, backside, getting some tension out of the way, firing at the core, scaps, and all that good stuff. It's just all around a good total body circuit.
Yeah.
So, y'all give it a shot.
So, dead bug, let's just recap.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did dead bugs. Y'all got options with either the heel tap, angled marching, or marching. And if y'all need reference, I've got videos for all of this
I was
stuff
going to
on
say,
my
yeah.
YouTube. So my YouTube channel is Fit Pro Sarah, same as my Instagram. I've got a gazillion videos on there. But so yeah, dead bugs we did lowering for 3 seconds and then bringing the leg back for 3 seconds, 4 to 6 times per side. Second exercise was tall kneeling halo, 4 to 6, alternating it, 4 to 6 per side. Third thing was the inchworm for 4 to 6 reps. You could do that as a walkout and just move in the hands, or you could do it as an inchworm where you go across the ground. And then the fourth thing was the 90-90, kind of contract, relax, pushing into the ground, creating tension, kind of stretching out the hip stuff. So 4 to 6 of those per side.
Yeah, that's a good circuit.
Okay, so 5-second hold on those. Yeah, really good circuit. Please try it. Let me know what you think. And we might be here tomorrow. We may not. But thank you for tuning in. So let's send them off to
Bobo.
Bobo love. He loves laying on this wood over here. So, Bobins!
No.
I know y'all miss Bobo. Who wouldn't?
Little Bobby.
So,
Aw.
hope everybody's doing well, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.